Hey, y'all. Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl. Let me know if you guys can see me. I am going to pull up Facebook onto a different browser so I can see those comments. On Instagram, you guys are just showing up so much lately. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys being here. I was actually really nervous to do this because we've actually are streaming inside of our Facebook groups with the big event. We have over 1,000 people registered for this, and all the things, right? So I would love to know if you guys can see me in the comments. Let me know. Okay, I can see we've got, I can see your comments in the Facebook producer. Okay, yay. You guys should see me back here. There's so much going on. And it was actually funny. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, we have launched, I think this is like our 55th launch or something. Like we're not shy on launching around here. And I'm still nervous. And I thought, how funny is that? But then I thought that's really cool because that just means this is important to me. And I never want this to be another day, another dollar. You know what I mean? Like I'm so grateful that I found my passion and my joy. And I hope that shows through today. My team, I just want to thank you guys, even before we get started, the amount of work that goes into this. You guys don't need to know that. You just need to experience it and have a great time with us. But there's so much work that goes into these. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. So welcome on. Now, since we are streaming on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and we're inside of Gold Digging Boss Babes, do me a huge favor and tag at least one business bestie, one friend that you know could really benefit from this workshop. This is a 2-day workshop. Since we're streaming, it will be recorded after Instagram's done. I'll drop it into our feed so they can watch replay, but please introduce yourself below, say hello, let me know where you're tuning in from, and tag at least one friend to help us out. Okay, I would really appreciate that. And as I said, a lot of people have registered for this Facebook group's Money Makers workshop. I know you guys are hungry for this information. We actually haven't taught this in over a year, so it's not something we do often. So if you're busy and you're just like, oh, I'll watch it later, we've actually found that if you watch us live or watch the replays within about 24 hours, you're likely to finish and implement. But if you say to yourself, I'll watch it, next week, you just won't get to it. So just make this a priority if this is important to you. This Facebook group's Moneymakers workshop is for those out there that want to learn how to create true community, that want to learn how to take their leads that are from all over social media, or maybe you haven't quite found your tribe yet online, that you want to find a way to bring them all in what I call a container. And if you've ever heard anyone talking about different offers and marketing, the container is where your leads are. Another way to think of a container is an email list, and we are going to build your email list in this workshop as well. However, you can't necessarily create community with an email list. It's you and that person, right? So this is an opportunity for you to learn how to create community. And this isn't about your lashes or your protein powder or even your digital product that you sell. This is about you being able to build relationships with people and really help them solve a problem, and being able to tap into your zone of genius so that way you can do these kind of trainings with your people. And if it hasn't worked for you yet, I suspect you were taught wrong, or you tried to have a VIP group, which I don't recommend those, or you were trying to do a group based off what you sell. And put guilty in the comments if you know what I'm talking about, where you had a Facebook group and you thought, okay, if I'm going to sell lashes, I'm going to sell makeup, I'm going to sell skincare, I'm going to make this group like a beauty group, and we're going to be all about beauty because you want to sell your products. Now, if you're obsessed with beauty, Pamela Taylor has she's on here right now. Pamela Taylor has a massive Facebook group. She's been on and off one of our students and clients and become a dear friend for years. And she loves beauty. She sleeps and breathes beauty. That makes sense for her to have a beauty group, okay? But she actually really built that group because she wanted to help others feel more beautiful as they aged. So the passion that she had showed through, and that's why it's one of the fastest growing Facebook groups on Facebook, which is really cool. That can be you as well, okay? Stephanie Laffler's are one of our certified master gold digger coaches, which is the highest distinction you can get here. She came through our Facebook group's Moneymaker workshop when we first had it years ago. She had 400 members, took the training, implemented it, and has since grown it to 13,000 members. It's a networking group for female entrepreneurs in her area. She has actually monthly luncheons where they meet in person. The reason why that group works is because she implemented what she learned, but also it's because she found something she's passionate about. Stephanie loves connecting people. She's a master connector. So as we do this work, I want to challenge you to think outside the box. I want you to just let go of what you sell. Hey, Val, what's up? I want you to let go of what you sell because we will get there. If you can truly dial in with something you're passionate about, this is going to work for you. So if you're trying to sell something in these groups, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. And we can't make this all about you. We need to make this about your community that you're going to create. Okay. So just want to say that to you, just a little housekeeping. We're going to fast track your ability to monetize your Facebook groups. And I think all of you know me by now. I would think so, but I guess sometimes there's new people that I don't know yet. And I'm excited to get to know you, especially if some of you invited a friend. So thank you for doing that. So this is an organic workshop that we did. We don't run ads to these. So we've had almost 1,100 people register. So I'm sure there's some of you out there that don't know me. Just put new in the comments if you're new. I would love to know who's new out there. If you don't know me and my story, I actually got into online marketing in 2011. From 2011 to 2017, I made like $600 or something. So if you've been struggling and you haven't like cracked the code yet, if you don't give up, you'll figure it out. And I was not willing to give up. And the reason why I wasn't willing to give up is because I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur since I was a little girl. I'm a boss. I'm bossy. I like to be in charge. I have an opinion about everything. I do not do well with authority. I always succeeded in corporate and got executive level positions, and always had conflict with the owners because I'm like, why the heck would you run this way? That makes zero sense. And they didn't like that. So I obviously always knew that corporate wasn't for me. Entrepreneurship was for me. And in 2017, after 6 years of struggling, we had racked up 6 figures of debt. We had built a brand new home, 2 new vehicles, living the American dream. I was making 6 figures. My husband was always almost making that. We had 2 babies back to back. And in 2017, I found myself in a position where I had just lost my job the year before, had the second baby, couldn't find a job because I just had a baby, racked up all the debt, and was really struggling. And I actually had a decade-long battle with alcohol abuse that was just really coming to a head. And in 2017, I prayed, and I would just cry in church every week, just saying, God, please heal me. Please help me. I don't want to be this way. And I don't know if any of you can relate to that. But I just didn't understand why, like, I couldn't get out of it, And if any of you struggle with addiction, or you know what I'm talking about, it's not just wanting to quit. It's a true disease, really. It's been in my family history for a long time. And I enlisted professional support, worked intensely with a woman that had many modalities there. She's a therapist, but she had a lot of work around reprogramming the subconscious mind. So I worked with her and I was just all in. I was like, please, like, I cannot live like this anymore. Like, I hated myself. Every day I wake up, I felt like I sucked. I was not present with my children. And luckily they were 1 and 2.5. So they don't remember. They think I'm a rock star. And I finally overcame the alcohol addiction. And so on August 1st of 2017 was my first day celebrating sobriety. And I've been celebrating it ever since. Yes, Michelle, you're one of my sober sisters. And what happened is when I did that work, it wasn't just about overcoming the alcohol. In order to do that, I had to see myself different. I had to rebuild my self-identity and who I was. And when I did that, I started to see myself differently. I was like, wait, I am good. I am worthy. I am valuable. I have something to offer this world. I'm going to learn how to make a business, and I'm going to teach other people how to do it. 6 years of failure is not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to freaking figure this out. So I didn't have the money, but I hired a coach. I didn't have the time, but I found the time to start building my business on social media. I was working more than 40 hours. I was commuting 2.5 hours a day. My husband traveled. You guys, there was no time to do this. But we make time for what's important. And when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you freaking do something about it. And that's what I did. So I started learning about social media. In the fall of 2017, I started going live every week because the coach said, go live. I was like, I don't even know how to do that. Where's the button? So I went live in my car. I have PhDs in natural health and holistic nutrition. So I went live talking about lemon water and superfoods, and nobody was on my lives. And then one week someone was on my live and it was like my husband's friend from college who was like, what is she doing? You know, he was curious, right? And I was like, I have a viewer, I have a person. And then the next week, there's a couple people, and then more. I was so consistent, you guys. I just kept going live and going live and going live. And then so now I started getting some people like, oh, okay, she's here, she's showing up, right? And then one day I said, hey guys, I'm gonna start a Facebook group because my coach said to. I'm gonna start a Facebook group, all in with Kim. I used to go by Kim, not Kimberly. All in with Kim. And I'm going to coach you for free. I also have a personal training background. I'm going to coach you for free for a month. We're going to set goals. You're going to lose weight, get fit, all the things. And 100 people said yes. So I had my friends list started. 100 people were like, I'm in. I was like, awesome. So I got 100 people in. I coached my heart out. I had fun. I offered value. I didn't sell anything. I was just doing something that I loved and I wanted to help people. And then I noticed they started asking me about goals and you know, how was I getting my business going and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I can show you what I'm doing. I'll teach you, but I have to charge, right? So my very first workshop, I charged $15. I don't know if any of you guys were in it. It was a vision board workshop in December 2017. I charged $15 for the workshop. I walked in my office on a Saturday morning. My husband was like holding the babies off away from the door. I taught for 90 minutes and I made $450. And I walked out of there and I was just crying. I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. Like, people want to learn from me and I didn't give up and I'm going to do this. And so a few months later, I launched the Goal Digger Girl, which is now Goal Digger Girl Co. I hit 6 figures in 90 days. I quit my job 6 months later, went from, you know, $250,000 my first full year to 1.1 million the second year. We've done over $8 million in revenue. We're coming up on almost 10,000 students who've gone through our programs and our courses, which is my love to be able to teach and help other people. I've written 7 books, 4 #1 international bestsellers. Our podcast is top 1% in the world of all podcasts. And I've spoken on some amazing stages, sharing it with John Maxwell, Ray Higdon, just like legends, okay? Rachel Hollis, who I just have such a girl crush on. So I say all that not to impress you, but to impress upon you. If my journey started with a little Facebook group with 100 people, what can it do for you? And the keys to the success of these Facebook groups is what I'm going to unlock in this workshop with you. And I am so honored that you guys are spending time with me. I don't take that lightly. Thank you so much. So let's get started. If you guys are ready to crush this, you're just like, I'm in, put me in, coach. Let's freaking go. I want you to drop some fire in the comments, some emojis, words in capital letters, because you're just like jazzed out of your mind. Put it in the comments and let me know. We're going to go fast. Abby did help me prepare the workbook for you guys. So it's a little different style than our other workshops we've done. There's a lot of additional content in here. So we kind of are doubling what we normally give you. So I'm not going to go through every little line item. So if you don't have the workbook, just get out pen and paper. And as I'm teaching, make sure you go through the workbook again and read all the additional resources we have for you, okay? All right, I love seeing the fire we have here. So this is the workbook. Make sure you guys print that off. If you haven't, don't go print it off right now. It's all good. We will get it to you. Don't even worry about it. It's in your back office. If you registered, we put all of that in Teachable. Yes, but don't go get it right now, Jessica. Yeah, just hang with me. I know how things are. If you go look for it, suddenly you're responding to a text and you're watching like cat videos on TikTok, okay? All right, so here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go through session 1, okay? Again, if you don't have pen and paper, just follow along, write down the notes. The main thing is that you get the concepts that I'm teaching you and the nuggets. Don't worry about like every little thing we're going to go through. Okay. So session 1 is building your Facebook group foundation. Okay. So you can write that down in your notes if you're just using notes. Sue, you're so cool. She has it in good notes. Like, I don't even know how to do that. Okay. Session 1, building your Facebook group foundation. Okay. You can write this down. We're going to go over community, content, conversation, and conversion. Okay. That's what we're going to go over right now. So with the 4 C's of your Facebook group, the first C is community. Okay. So the best way I can explain this, because people will argue and tell me like, oh, I don't, Facebook groups are dead. I don't need a Facebook group. So it's so funny to me because there's someone I follow. She's on Instagram. She's a really big following. Her whole thing's Instagram, which I think is awesome. And I've taken her stuff. I love it. but she doesn't talk about the Facebook groups, but she has this massive Facebook group. I'm like, you don't think the Facebook group has something to do with your following and people buying your stuff? Yeah, it does. So if you actually look at people who have big followings, big brands, there's typically a Facebook group attached. Nowadays, you can also do, I know Michelle Spark is on here. Do you use School, Michelle? I think you're still on here. There are other, like we're using Go High Level now a lot. They have communities in there. School is one. There's other things you can do. So if you don't want to be on Facebook, you can take these principles and apply them to a Facebook group or to a platform other than Facebook group. Okay, absolutely. I personally love Facebook group because a huge part of our audience is on Facebook. Or for those of you on Instagram and YouTube, it's so, oh yeah, okay, perfect. Thanks, Michelle. So, mostly Go High Level. That's right. Okay, awesome. So when people are on Instagram and YouTube, it's really easy for them to come on over and click through because when they register for something, we're guiding them to the Facebook group or wherever you are. So it doesn't really matter, but I've personally benefited from Facebook groups and I like the ease of use, especially if you're building on Facebook, okay? So for the first thing with a community, what you want to be thinking about is, let's say you're, hopefully it's warming up by you guys. I'm in Austin, Texas, so it's like 85 every day already here. But let's say you're sitting out in the front porch, you're enjoying the sunset and evening, a cool evening, okay? And you're hanging out with your spouse or your kids, and a neighbor walks by, and so we have a Bernedoodle, and one of our neighbors do. And whenever they're walking their dog, a lot of times they'll come up and chat with us. Okay, so we're chatting. It's all surface, right? It's like, something going on in the neighborhood, the community, something about the dogs, right? How are your girls? It's all surface. That is social media. It's all surface. How detailed can you go in a comment on a post or a live or on Instagram? Like, think about this, where this isn't, yes, I'm here on live video, right? And that feels intimate, but like me getting to know you, I can't do much of that right now. Okay. So on your wall or on Instagram or wherever you are, TikTok, it's very surface. It's that neighborly hello, or you see some other parents at a sporting event. A Facebook group would be if I'm chatting with our neighbors and we're, getting to know each other. And one day they're chatting with us or we're by their house and we say to them, hey, would you guys like to come in and have some iced tea? We have sweet tea down here in Austin. I don't know what you guys do. Would you like to have some tea? Come on in and have some tea. And they come in, sit down, we hang out maybe in the back porch or maybe in the kitchen table. And we're getting to know each other. Is that not more intimate to invite someone into your home? It's way more intimate to invite someone to your home. That's like the sacred space, right? Everybody doesn't make their way into the home. That's what the Facebook group is. When people, and make sure it's not public, okay? If you're like in a certain situation, maybe, but for most of you, no. Claudia's from North Carolina and Lauren's from North Carolina. You guys should connect. That's so fun. Okay, ADD, I have ADD, just so everyone knows. Okay, so when you invite them into your home, that's creating that's community. That's what the Facebook group is. It creates intimacy. It creates connection. It creates safety. I don't know about you, but I have seen some people pour their hearts out in Facebook groups. They're not going to do that on their wall. Okay, well, maybe, right? But not typically. The Facebook group gets to be the intimate place. The other thing is, all I have to do is click the members button in my groups and I can see all of my people. And I've used Facebook groups for coaching, courses, affiliate, direct sales, network marketing. What else is there? All the things. I've used Facebook groups for so many different things. We have a client who launched a book and she used the Facebook group to launch the book to her community and do additional things with it. Podcasting. I know people who have Facebook groups just for a podcast. There's a lot that you can do with it. Speaking events, you can do a Facebook group for that. I mean, really, it's anything, not just network marketing or whatever you're seeing me do with Goal Digging Boss Babes. We also have a big group of fempreneurs as well. And other groups I've grown to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 just for network marketing and affiliate and things like that. So collectively, I think we're at like 70,000, 75,000 members we've put into our groups. So the community piece is really essential. Okay. Does everyone feel clear on creating community? Put yes in the comments. You've got that down First C is creating community, okay? The second thing you're gonna do, so you'll see in the workbook, you guys can read through this on your own, 5 strategies to fuel growth in your community, okay? We'll talk about this throughout the next 2 days. Warm welcome post, gratitude recognition, empowering member contributions, active engagement, clear group guidelines. We'll go over all that, okay? Step by step, here is how we're gonna build this thing out. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of yeses, awesome. By the way, if you are wanting to do VIP, I'll talk about it a little bit throughout the day. VIP is gonna be where you can ask me your questions, okay? So I'll have some time. When I've done this workshop in the past, there are a lot of questions on, this is my group right now, this is what I'm selling, and I don't know if my group makes sense. Should I ditch the group? Should I start over? Should I rebrand it? All of those nuances, I can handle that in VIP with you guys, okay? So just put VIP in the comments if you need to get the VIP link. The team will get it to you, okay? Somehow, some way. And we'll drop the VIP link too. We'll drop it once. We don't want to overdrop it. Is that even like a thing? Don't overdrop it. Drop it like it's hot, right? We're going to drop the VIP link for you. You're going to want to do VIP because you're going to get 2 hours with me on Friday just for VIP. It's on Zoom, so you can ask your questions, and we're going to spend 2 hours talking about sales, closing, taking the group members into the DMs and closing sales in there. And I'll give you my scripts for it. I never give scripts, just so you guys know. So this is just a special thing. I thought, you know what, you guys need some support there. And I actually have Canva templates that you're going to use to build out your scripting. And then you can just pop that script into a notepad app, into Boards app, whatever you want to do with that. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Abby. Yeah, so VIP would be a no-brainer. And you also get a magnetic marketing guide. So just to really take all of this and bring it full circle for you, you'll get some extra bonuses too. Yes, Jessica, thank you. Okay, so number 1 is creating community, really important. The second C is content, okay? So I'm gonna tell you guys a secret, and some of you might know this, but you forgot, okay? When you post in your Facebook group and you have Facebook group members, and by the way, real quick, give me a little context. Where are you at with Facebook groups? You've tried one, it's gone dead. You had a VIP group, you don't use it anymore. You started a group, nothing happened with it. You have a group, it's limping along, or you have a group that's doing well, but you're just looking to turbocharge and for some extra strategies. Let me know. Oh, great question. On Instagram, she said the part that she gets hung up on is having a personal Facebook. Oh, that's such a good question. Having a personal Facebook account, but being able to have a professional community, you know what I mean, to be in alignment with her brand. So we are going to go over that next. That's perfect. Read my mind, girlfriend. Yeah. If you guys have seen our brand, it has totally allowed our brand to grow. We have so many people who tag us on a daily basis now that we can't keep up with replying back, seeing, story shout outs. Literally, we can't. There's a team of us that keeps an eye on all of the places, Abby, Rihanna, and I, and it keeps us very busy. It has so helped our brand. Yeah. So because we build from my personal profiles where everything starts and then funnels into the Facebook group. That's how it all started. Yeah. Okay. Revamping. Okay, so it sounds like we need some CPR here. Okay, I got you. Okay, so let me tell you the secret about content, which is the next one. So for content, when people join your Facebook group and you're posting, they don't see your post every day. You guys all know this. So let's say they see 3 posts a week. You're posting every day and they get a notification from Facebook that Sue posted in, run your life like a boss group. Okay, I'm making this up, Sue. So I get a notification, Sue posted in the group, and I dismiss it. I don't go in there. I ignore the notification because I'm busy. I'm doing something. A couple days later, I get another notification from Facebook. Sue's posted in Crush Your Life Like a Boss group. And I'm again busy, just like, right, you've got things going on. I ignore it. Yeah. Then what I've just told Facebook is I'm not interested in Sue's group. So it will stop notifying me about Sue's group. She could be posting every day and it just stops notifying me. I want you guys to think about it. There's some groups that you're in that you don't see the notifications anymore, right? How does that happen? So if you're posting and people aren't responding or seeing your stuff, it's not necessarily the group content. All the things we talk about today are going to come into play, but it could be that if you were not posting every day, put me below if you've had seasons where you've been inconsistent. It's so annoying, Sarah, because people aren't going to put their notifications to all. They don't even know where to find that, right? We do, because we do this stuff for a living. So by default, they're just seeing your stuff a couple times a day. If you're not posting every single day or haven't since you've had your group since way back when, then the likelihood of your group members not seeing your stuff is extremely high. Okay, so that could be the first issue. So with content, we want to post every day. We want to have a specific strategy. Allison put together a Trello board for you guys that you all got for registering. If you are watching this, you happen to catch us live, and you didn't register, you always want to register for our stuff, not to receive the 70,000 emails that we send you, but to get all the goodies, all the extras, because we don't mess around with what we give. We over deliver. So you're going to get a beautiful Trello board, and you can customize those graphics. You can put other things in there, but we actually need a content plan. Okay. We need good content. We need valuable content. We're going to cover that tomorrow. Okay. So when you have the content plan in place, and guess what? You can recycle those content plans. So once you've built out 2 to 3 months of content, you can just repeat it, okay? And you could even evergreen, like Social Planner and Go High Level, they have that evergreen feature. You can tell it, repost this every 3 months, and you can start building that all out, okay? So what we want to do is we want to remember that Trello is life, okay? We want Trello's in your back office, yeah. So you have to register to get it. It's all in all the places. If you can't find it, Jennifer, just hang with us and then connect with our team. We'll help you out, okay? You can email us, email customer service. Look in your back office first so you don't blow up our inbox. We have all of this in the back office and Teachable when you registered. And then you can email us, thegoaldiggergirl@gmail.com, and we'll help you out, okay? So content was number 2. Number 3 is conversation. So in your workbook, you'll see content. There's 5 must-try content strategies, which we'll go over tomorrow. Some ideas for you in the workbook, okay? So now we're on page 9, conversation, okay? We're going to talk about conversation. So for conversation, what you want to think about is, and I see this happen all the time, I do a lot of audits inside of our programs, and I'll go into people's groups and I'm just like, oh, no offense, guys, but I'll see people commenting from days ago and you never even responded. Okay, that's, if you're not engaged, they're not going to be engaged. And they're definitely not going to be loyal if you're not committed to this. Okay, so it's good you're here and you're recommitting. And I'll give you some ideas for how to like bring your group back to life and let them know, like, you're here, you're serious. This is what they can expect from you. We'll go over that. Okay. So think about that. That's important. But with the conversations, this is where you are replying to every single comment in your group. When you have a group member, you're reaching out to them. Okay. And that's going to be part of, some extra things you can do, but you want to mentor them in the DMs. So let's say Cindy's new in my group. I'm going to DM Cindy. Hey, Cindy, thank you so much for joining Goal Digging Boss Babes. So excited to have you. So tell me, when it comes to your business, what's like one area that you are really focused on improving? And she's going to say, I'm really focused on my DMO, getting a schedule, just getting my day organized. I don't have a lot of time to work my business, and I feel like I'm all over the place. Then I'm gonna take Cindy to the guide section. Well, I'm not gonna like physically take her, but I'm going to go to the guide section. I'm gonna tag her on the first video in my guides that talks all about DMO. I'm gonna get that link for the first video and I'm gonna put it in Messenger. All right, Cindy, I actually just tagged you in the first video here, but here it is for simplicity. I put a whole guide together. It's my best videos on how to crush your day like a boss. Okay, Cindy's gonna be like, what? Who is this girl? Okay, like, she's amazing. She's helping me. She has videos, and Cindy's going to go binge my content. Okay, we've had people go through and binge all of our guides, And then they're enrolling in programs that aren't even open. I'm like, how did you even get into this program? And they're like, oh yeah, I just found a link in your group. And I'm like, oh, okay, didn't know that link was still out there. So it's fine, it's all good, right? But that's pretty cool that a brand new person that doesn't know me at all can come through, go through our content, get so much value that they click a button and enroll in our group coaching programs. That can happen to you as well. So the conversation needs to be interactive. The first way to start the conversation is the DMs with the new group members, as I mentioned. And then the second way is actually going to be when you write your content. Every single post in your Facebook group needs to have a CTA. You need to tell them what to do. Even if you say, drop me below if you agree. Drop, boot camp below if you want to know about a boot camp I'm doing. Drop guide below if you want my new guide. Drop your favorite color. I don't care, but get them to interact. This is where the engagement comes from. And check this out. When you do a post and you get some traction going, that tells Facebook, ooh, people are liking this. And it's going to show more of your group members. That's why some of your posts do well and some it tells you no one saw it and you're like, what the heck? It's because of the way you wrote the post or whatever it is, okay? So you want that engagement. You want people interacting right away, okay? And if you have like a ride or die, a bestie, somebody else trying to grow their groups, maybe you help each other out. You are able to quick DM each other when you have a new post dropping and just ask the person to comment on it, right? That's what engagement pods are, and they're awesome, okay? And then so in the workbook, 5 content ideas to ignite engagement are listed out for you. So if you want to just ramp that up, then discussion starters, interactive polls and surveys, using the poll feature in groups, which I wish it was on our walls still because that was awesome. But the polls, I wish they had watch parties. Can I go to Facebook's Meta's headquarters and tell them what we want? Because I have a list, okay? So interactive polls, surveys, challenges, contests. We're doing a workshop here. That's an example of a challenge. Challenges, prompts, theme days, week. So you can do like hashtag Monday motivation, Tuesday tips, welcome Wednesday. You go live every Thursday. I've seen people do like small business Fridays where everybody drops their businesses. So all kinds of things you can do with that. Okay, the 4th C is conversion. And this is what we're going to spend a lot of time on in VIP, because I was just looking at the whole thing and I was like, okay, of all the things that I see where people struggle outside of just getting the group figured out what they're going to do, where's the part that they fall off and they don't have results? It's the sales piece, right? Am I on point with this? Is this the part you guys struggle with, is actually making the sales from your Facebook group consistently? So conversion is where you are going to slow your roll so you can sell more. I know, totally counterintuitive, right? You're going to learn how to slow your roll so you can sell more. When you stop selling and you stop posting your products and your links and your offers and come work with me and join my program every 5 seconds, you will actually sell more because people don't want to be sold to. Okay. And it's a little tricky. Awesome, Jennifer. Thanks for being on. It's a little tricky at first to understand this because it's not desperate, but in your mind, you're thinking, well, if I don't post this stuff, how are they going to know? Right. So what you want to be thinking about is how can you follow the 80-20 rule, where 80% of your content is valuable, entertaining, engaging, interactive, helpful, and 20% is selling. Okay. 20% is selling. So think about this workshop we're putting on. This is all value. So much value that we're putting into this. And we know that when we lead with value, we know that when we serve and we deliver to our audience, we have people who come in and they do these workshops and will, a year down the road, they're enrolling in our programs going, man, you have over time, you have given me so much to learn. I've been listening to your podcast. I watch your YouTube videos. There's so much value out there that people think, holy cow, if I get this for free, I can't imagine working with her. Have any of you gone through that before? That's what you thought. You were like, oh my gosh, she's giving all this away. Wow, I can't even imagine working with her. I hear that all the time. don't be afraid to give too much value. And don't be afraid that if you give all your stuff away, people won't hire you and work with you. That's not true. Okay. So with conversion, what we want to do is we want to build up the know, like, and trust factor. And I'm really seeing this heavily in the network marketing space for sure. They're going through some things right now as an industry, a lot of tumultuous changes happening. And even affiliate, with master resale rights coming on the scene last year, obviously that's negatively impacting affiliate. It's all how you look at it, right? But there's some changes that have happened. People are more skeptical. And obviously with our economy, right? People are more skeptical. I will tell you that people are researching longer of who they're going to hire and work with, or joining teams, even buying products. They're skeptical, they're researching more, and they're also looking for people who are gonna be here. Okay, there were some COVID coaches out there that like showed up and left. People are feeling that. They're looking for the person that's just like the lighthouse. We know a lighthouse is there. It's not moving, right? Even if the weather is crazy around it, the lighthouse stays, it's there. I'm a lighthouse to my audience. You need to be a lighthouse to your audience. And it can be things that aren't deep and soulful, right? It can be, beauty and all of that, but that can be deep and soulful too. Because when we feel good on the outside, right, we can feel better on the inside, and vice versa. And you can work with people on that. It can be any industry, you guys, seriously. For a Facebook group, it can be any of it. Okay. You got to build up your know, like, and trust factor. The quickest way to dissolve trust is to not show up. So if you've been hot go, or what is it? Hot, cold, hot go. I like combine two phrases. It's like my thing. Sayings and all of that. I don't know. So stop, go, or hot and cold. You destroy trust so fast. So you want to be the person that people want to do business with. Okay. That's how you want to look at this. You want to be the person that people want to do business with. If you're committed to being that kind of person, I want you to put me in the comments if you are committed to being the kind of person that somebody wants to do business with. Okay. So as we're going through this and we're talking about, your Facebook groups and building your business, building your brand. If you guys have done our workshops, I always love to introduce you to ladies in our community that I personally ask our team to reach out to and introduce to you guys, because I want you to hear from other goal diggers that maybe were struggling in their business or looking for something in their business, and we're able to find it, in our community, to give you that inspiration, to let you know that you're not alone. But also we when we see ourselves in other people, it lets us know like what's possible. So I'm going to bring on Bettina from Backstage. Hi, Bettina. How are you? And if you're on Instagram, you'll just have to listen. I'll turn the volume up really high.
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, of course.
I so appreciate you. So there's a little lag, I think, on Facebook, but we're just going to start chatting. So just to start, tell everyone a little bit about you, who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so when I first got into business, I actually had zero experience. I was actually a former police officer here in our city. And when I had to leave, I actually had to resign. My baby was super sick. And so I needed to create an income stream to help support my family. And God was leading me down to create a business for myself, be my own boss. And so, but I didn't know where to start. I actually started in real estate investing. I started investing back in 2016. And then
Wow.
fast forward 2020, God was like, I need you to coach other people. Because I was getting asked, like, how are you doing that? And I was getting featured and getting on magazines and things like that. I got pitched by HGTV twice. And so it was cool because I'm like, okay, I feel like I now have credibility, but there's a whole nother coaching world. I had no idea. So I was looking for a mentor, and then I came across you.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I'm so honored. It's not like let's put it this way. You have innate natural abilities to do this and be successful, and you're figuring it out, and having a family as well. You're like me, we're just like, let's go. And we also want to be amazing moms. And it's just a lot, So navigating all of that too, that obviously comes into play. So tell everyone, when you came into our programs, did you come right into Ignited Life Coaching or Academy?
Yes.
Ignited Life Coaching?
Yeah. I was like, if I'm going to go, I'm going to go all in.
Okay, awesome. So when you came into our group coaching program and she's talking about one of our business academies that are 12 months, what were you looking for specifically to learn in the program and like what result did you get?
Yeah, so specifically is because I was starting the coaching side on my own, but I feel like I was lacking a lot of systems and processes. I learned that in the real estate side, but I wanted to make my experience faster. I wanted to get there faster, and so I knew hiring a mentor was going to help me do that. It's sure enough, building the coaching side, doing that mentorship, and then building out the course alongside with it is what I needed to help with. And I'd say within the first, I think I started and maybe 2 months later, I did it a full launch. And man, I did really well. And so I was really surprised. But at the same time, I knew that if I had someone with me, guiding me, showing me, I was definitely going to be able to catapult myself to where I wanted to be.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like was that your launch that you had? It was like a 5-figure launch.
Hmm.
Is that one I was thinking of? Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys, like think about that. She launched her program and she had a 5-figure launch like the first time she did like a full launch. It's just so cool. Plus, too, like that's multiple streams of revenue, and that's what you're all about, and like legacy and all of that. So, as you've navigated this, gone through it, all the things, and you've had a lot of life happen as well. And I just I'm so inspired by you because you're just so you're like get back up. I'm gonna figure it out. What would you say to maybe someone out there listening that is kind of where you were, just feeling like I'm all over the place. I need systems, processes. I need that mentorship, but they don't know about making the time for it or the financial investment because we all never feel like we have the money to invest in things. What would you say to them?
Yeah. So first, I'm a mom of three. So we have three all under 8. And I just had a baby about a year ago. She's a year now. And I had my mom passed away. So it was a huge, huge life event. It really hit me hard. And I was actually suffering from severe depression. And at that time, I knew I still needed to move forward. And being around just a community of like minded people is super important. And being around just the women in your community helped me not only push through the personal stuff because everyone related to me and everyone understood, and I didn't have to feel like um, just an outsider. People used to call me a unicorn all the time, and so I just felt like I was always alone and the way my mind ran. But when you're connected with people like you get me, you understand me, you can visually see like where I currently am and where I want to be in my business, and you're like, do this, this, and this, and that's what I need. And so I'm like that implementer. If you give me a checklist, if you give me what I need to do, I'm going to do it. I just needed path. And I feel like that's exactly what I have received. And this is for people who are serious. These are for people I feel like who really, really want to create a business or have a dream to, because you're going to get everything literally from building from nothing, from scratch to full blown launch. And I'm just so grateful. So
Aw,
grateful.
thank you so much. Thank you for those kind words. And like you said, just being all in and showing up. And yeah, and you're just scratching the surface. Like I can't even wait to see what you do. And just grateful to have you in our community. So thank you for sharing, Bettina. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes. All right. See you later, girlfriend.
Bye.
Bye. Isn't that awesome, you guys? So I want you guys to visualize yourselves being on a future workshop that we do, and I interview you, and you get to share your story, right? Or whoever, whoever's world you're in, hopefully our world. And that can be you, okay? Because she had that desire to change her family tree, to create financial legacy for her family, and being able to do that. It's just so inspiring. Absolutely love it. So thank you, Bettina. Appreciate you. So getting back into our workbook. So we have the 4 C's: community, content, conversation, and conversion. Okay, and we'll dive more into all of these. There's 5 tactics in your workbook to drive sales and conversions. We're going to go over all that in VIP. Okay, just drop VIP if you haven't gotten in yet. That's a no-brainer for all of you. If you're like legit serious about figuring all this out, you need to be in VIP. Okay. And I'm going to push you guys a little bit. If you find yourself, you're just bouncing around free trainings all day long, That's great that there's knowledge out there, but are you implementing? How serious you are? And sometimes you got to have some skin in the game, okay? Okay, so the next thing, elevating your brand, as one of the gals was asking on Instagram. So Facebook groups provide a golden opportunity to connect with your audience, but also to be able to fuel your brand growth, okay? We're gonna fuel your brand growth because you're gonna create this community that others are telling others about. So Pamela on here, I talked about her group. I don't even know what it's at now, Pamela. Is it like 70,000 or 80,000 people? I don't even know. Pamela, tell everyone how many new members you're getting per day. Pamela is not going around looking for members, guys. There's 87,000. Everybody in that community is telling other women about the group. Do you guys see how that works? Do you think that's helped Pamela's brand? Yeah, it has. Okay. The workbook and signing up for VIP. Yeah, just hang with us, Jennifer. We'll get it for you. Yeah, just take notes for right now. Just kind of listen. Whenever I'm giving you so much information like this, it is a good idea to go back and listen to it again, okay? Because I talk really fast too. And this is me talking slowly. I've had professional media training, and I used to talk twice as fast as this. Okay, final thing we're going to talk about in this session is set it up for success checklist, okay? So this is in your workbook on page 13. Again, you can just write it down, okay? Yep, we got you. Okay, set it up for success checklist. The first thing is privacy settings. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend public. Public means they can see everything in the group. They don't even need to join the group. So I would recommend it being private and visible, so they have to request access. You don't want to make it where people can't see the link. It's not searchable. So private and visible will do the trick for that. The group type, obviously, I think it defaults to having the guides and stuff like that now, but social learning can be the setting. And I can screen share and show this to you guys if you need help on Friday. Social learning, whatever the group setting choices are, make sure the guides and all of that, it's set up for more of a learning type environment, okay? The third thing you want to do is you want to do a custom URL. And by the way, I'm not Google. Don't DM me like, how do I do a custom URL? Don't ask me questions like that. I'm your girl for strategy. I'm your girl for like casting the vision, setting goals, okay? So for custom URL, you know how when you create a group, it says your facebook.com/12345678910. You can customize that. You don't want that random generic URL. You can change it, okay? The membership questions, put a star by this, or put this in your notes, put a star. Membership questions are so important, okay? This is where you're gonna ask them, hey, drop your email if you wanna get my special amazing guide to help you be fabulous. They drop their email. You go ahead and do a double opt-in with your email list, send them the guide. They'll confirm that they want to be on the list. All is well, okay? You're going to build your email list by doing that. You're also going to ask them a question, whatever your group is about. So if it's about getting out of debt, the question could be, when it comes to getting out of debt, what's your number one challenge? And they're going to put budgeting. I don't make enough money. I've tried, but I can't seem to get ahead. That's your intel for your content, which we'll talk about tomorrow. Okay. You're going to also do announcements. Okay. There's the featured section, announcements. So you're going to have things that are featured that you're announcing. Have your most important stuff up at the top with featured. You're going to have a pinned post. The pinned post is going to be a welcome post, or I like a welcome video is what I prefer. I know not all of you will do a welcome video, but what's so great about that is the video especially is right away they get to see you, especially if someone invites them to your group and they don't know you. Right away they get to see you, they get to know you. They're like, wow, this, I love her vibe, her energy. That's what you want. At the very least, a picture of you like waving, smiling. It's a welcome post. Tell them to introduce themselves in the comments, drop a picture of them and their families if they want, tell you a little bit about them, okay? So a pinned post is important. You also want to check your group insights. This is all on desktop. Ideally, on the left sidebar, you'll see all of this. The group insights can tell you best days of the week, when your group's most active, growth you're having. It gives you a lot. It tells you your best posts in there. What are people reacting to? Engagement. It gives you a lot of good intel. It also tells you your top people. So you could recognize your top 3 people in your group, things like that. And then post topics. So when you do post in your group, you can categorize them. So let's say you have a group on weight loss. One of your topics could be keto. One of your post topics could be intermittent fasting. One of them could be meal prepping. So after you do the post, you can add a keyword or post topic to it. which is really cool. Okay. So those are just a little housekeeping things that you can do to set it up for success. And then I have a bonus tip for you. It's not on this workbook, is to set up moderation alerts. So again, you can Google it if you don't know how, but a moderation alert, here's an example. Let's say you have a group and you have your welcome post and it says, welcome, so excited to have you here. If you want my free guide on crushing affiliate marketing, put guide below. You can set up your Facebook group moderation alerts to alert you that somebody dropped the word guide. And so when you go to the group, one of the little symbols will show you there's moderation alerts. It'll tell you exactly who put guide and it'll take you to that comment. So you can give that person the guide, get in the DMs, build a relationship, which I'm going to teach you how to do in VIP. Does that make sense? Is it clicking now? Do you guys see how it all comes together? So exciting. I could literally talk about this all day long. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you guys some homework. Before we do that, let's see. Let me check the workbook real quick. Got a couple of questions for you that you can do on your own. Okay. So you're going to work on this by yourself. Building your Facebook group foundation, you're going to brainstorm how you can create a true community. Remember, community is where you can figure out what lights you up, what you're passionate about, what you could talk about all day long. I know, right? It's amazing. The next part of the workbook is your Facebook group name. Okay, so we're going to figure out our name. I'm going to let you guys give me your names of your groups and all of that stuff in the homework post we're going to have. And we can kind of look at that for you, but we need to know and don't put your name in it. If I see Nancy's Nails, I'm going to come find you. Okay. Do not put your name in the Facebook group. You are not your group. This is not about you. This is about your people. This is how you know if you have a good group name. If you can go live in the group and you can say, hey, blank, hey, goal getters, hey, goal diggers, hey, rock stars, hey, amazing women who want to feel fabulous. Like it's got to be about the people in the group. Okay. Facebook group name. My community will be based around. So what's your group going to be around? Is it going to be around health and wellness, an active lifestyle, a clean home? Is it going to be about mastering mindset, becoming unstoppable, dream careers, getting out of debt, travel? Is it going to be about, you could have a book group. It could be all about different books you're going to study. And you might think, I could sell in a book study group. You can sell in any group. Okay. We had a woman who had she sold shampoo, but she had a walking group and she would sell shampoo every day in that group. Okay. Another thing to ask yourself is people will want to join my Facebook group because why do they want to? Oh, I'm so glad, Becca. Why do they want to join your Facebook group? Why? What's in it for them? What is in it for them? It's not about you. Remember that. What solution am I offering my members? Okay, so we need to solve a problem. We need to solve a solution. Our content tomorrow that we work on will be based off of that, and I'm going to help you guys out with that. But I want you to start thinking about that now, okay? So as we're going through all of this, you guys, I want to ask you guys, just pause for a minute, ask you a question. First off, while you're hearing me teach this, I want you to drop below, how does it feel to you to think about building your business this way? How does it feel? Does it feel authentic? Does it feel genuine? Are you excited? Are you like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been missing? But just the way I'm teaching you, obviously this is a long game, guys. This is a long-term strategy. This is not a get rich quick tactic. This is long-term, okay? Let me know in the comments how it's making you feel as you think about your business, okay? I love that. Authentic, hopeful, excited, possible. Yes, excited. Okay, that's awesome. So now that we're starting to go through this and really starting to dig in, because we're really just getting started and we're gonna rock it out today and tomorrow and Friday. But as we go through this, do you feel like you have a clear roadmap on how to do this, how to build your business, how to build your brand online, how to get the people in there, how to build the relationships, close the sales, having a good system like Bettina was talking about of like, this is what I do every day. These are my money making activities. This is how I actually get the leads. How do I actually get a lead magnet out there? Like all that stuff. Do you feel like you have a clear roadmap, or do you feel like you're bouncing around from one training to the other? You feel like you're stepping into overwhelm, and then you get into paralysis analysis where you're just like, oh my gosh, she just gave me so much information. I'm excited. And now I don't even know what to do. So I do nothing. Okay. So tell me where you're at with that. Do you feel like you have a clear roadmap, or do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel confused? Do you feel like you don't even know where to get started. Okay. And this is my concern, is that I don't want this just to be another training that you go through. That is truly my motivation in being able to help you. Okay. So I'm excited to share with you guys. I have a special invitation for you. Let's see. Oh, Heidi, I think you're an hour early. Are you able to come later? Okay. We just like sign language to each other through StreamYard. I love you, Heidi. She's like, okay, got you. So I have a special invitation for you guys. I'm so jazzed to share this with you guys. I think I might pass out. Okay, here we go. We have not opened this program up since last year. This is our most successful program. We have 2 levels, and I would like to invite you guys to take a look at our 12-month group coaching programs. It's Academy. These are business academies. We have 2 levels. Academy is for that beginner where you haven't mastered social media yet. You're just getting started with everything. This is all new to you, or you've learned the wrong way. Okay, so we have to do some unlearning. So we're getting that brand going, getting some systems in place, all of that. Ignited is for those of you that are like, no, I've got stuff going. I've got people, I've got leads. I've had some money coming in, but I want more. I want to monetize my brand. I want multiple streams of income. I want to build what you've done, Kimberly. Like I'm thinking like multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, like you see a lot more for yourself, or you just want more access. Okay. So these are 12-month business programs. And as we go through these, let me tell you a little bit about what's included with them. So I want you guys to think about school. Okay. And I want you to think about undergrad. My undergrad, I told you guys I have PhDs, but my undergrad is actually in business management and marketing. So I went to undergrad for 4 years, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I didn't learn how to actually build a business. And I say that because right now, the way that our world is set up, that worked for people to go to college, get a job, retire. That worked. But with the rise of inflation, cost of living, it's not working anymore, right? The system is broken. We all know that. We're still sending our kids off to college because we want them to have that experience and, get out there. And nothing against that. But how much, I want you guys to put in the comments, how much do you guys think the average tuition is for 1 year? Undergrad or private, doesn't matter. What do you guys think? I want you guys to guess because I looked it up. What is the average amount that people spend on college tuition? Put it in the comments. Oh, actually, I wrote down the student loan debt. I didn't write the amounts. We looked these up though. You guys remember? Yeah. So undergrad, I want to say undergrad was like 25K to 40K ish. And then public schools. That's what I was thinking of, public schools. Private was 50, 60, 70, 80, $90,000 a year. So I want you to think about this. We're going to college for 1 year, paying that. What do we have to show for it at the end? What do we have to show for it? 1 year of school done. Then we do it again, and we do it again, and we do it again. 4 years later, hopefully, maybe not some it's 5. Van Wilder was 7. We have debt. We have the degree. We don't have the guaranteed job. How many of you know people who are going out of college and there's not jobs? Okay. So we are so passionate about this business academy because the average student loan is $28,400. And that's the last time I checked. It's probably gone up. So we'll say $30,000. The average student is finishing 4 years of undergrad, walking away with a $30,000 debt without the job, without the income. What we're saying to you is invest in this business academy, and I'm going to teach you how to make money while you're learning. I'm going to teach you how to monetize your brand on social media. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. So let me give you guys a little idea of what's in the program. And I'm going to talk about some of the ladies who've come into our academy and our Ignited Life coaching. So Amanda Young, she came into academy, and I did a follow-up call with her and shortly after. And I said, dude, you have 400,000 followers on TikTok. What the heck? Cause she didn't have any, she didn't even have a TikTok account when we started. I go, what did you do? She goes, oh, I just implemented what I learned in academy. I was like, okay. And obviously Instagram, she's doing well there as well. Stephanie, someone who came in, how many of you are in network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales? That's the industry she was mainly in. had 6 months of no enrollments. She came into the program and enrolled 7 people in 3 weeks. Like it was just exactly what she needed to start getting the recruiting happening, the confidence happening, all of that. Ginny, someone who came in and was more of like a customer getter, she called herself. She'd been in her company for 4 years, but she actually had never been able to enroll. And when she went through the program, she actually hit 5 figures. She had her first 5-figure paycheck in network marketing, which was kind of cool. Lacey, how many of you would like to launch a course, coaching? You know, you want to do something, maybe an agency. We help people build out agencies, but you don't know what. So Lacey is actually someone who came in. You guys will hear from her later. And she came in and she actually didn't have a program. And she went through and she had 2 5-figure launches back to back. Tracy's actually one of my favorite stories because I'll never forget, we did a call. She was in Ignited Life Coaching. First she did Academy and then went to Ignite. And she said, we did a call and she goes, I don't know what to do. Like she was selling a little bit in network marketing, but she wanted to do more, like be more of an influencer. And I was like, well, look at your Facebook group. You've got a few hundred people in there. Everybody loves your makeup and your hair and your fashion. And she's like, me? Like, I'm just me. I'm like, I know, but you're relatable. Like, just go be you. And so she had 1,000 people on her Instagram account, went through our program and of course, implementing, she's doing all this, right, with the tools, but has grown her Instagram account to over 150,000 followers and has built a multiple 6-figure business just promoting brands and things like that. Lauren, I saw her pop on here earlier. Lauren actually was very successful in corporate and was a little nervous to walk away from that because she was making so much money. She did walk away. She actually signed a 6-figure client on her own when she left. We just did a follow-up call and she did almost $120,000 in Q1. So if these sound like a dream to you guys, these are like real people who didn't have things and came into our programs. Okay. They didn't have followings. They didn't already like have a brand like I do. Just regular people who wanted more for themselves and their families. So this is what you get in Academy and Ignited Life Coaching. They're both 12-month. Oh, by the way, just put boss in the comments. Boss, BOSS. If you're watching this going, I want to know more. I want to take a look at this. I want to see what it would look like to work with you and your team, Kimberly, at this level. Like I'm in. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Like I want to change my family tree. I'm so sick of saying no to my family, right? You want to make a change. You're really ready to do this. I want you to put boss in the comments. So both of these are 12-month business academies. You'll also receive a stunning package filled with your curated course materials delivered straight to your doorstep. So you're going to get a box in the mail. Oh, I forgot to show you the box. I'll show you guys the box later. You get a box. Everyone loves the box that they get in the mail. You get a box in the mail. It's going to have your curriculum, gifts from us, all your stuff you need. And it's going to be tangible. It's real. You're in school for a year. Okay. So this isn't school where you have to be, go somewhere for 3 hours a week or anything like that. It's about 25 to 30 minutes of study per week. So I designed it to be very step-by-step, bite-sized for the busy entrepreneur. The program is laser focused on taking decisive action-oriented steps. What makes Goal Digger different, what makes us different is that we put you into action. The way our program is set up, and ask anybody on here, you cannot continue through the program unless you implement. And I can spot it a mile away. So what I'll do nicely is I'll DM you and say, hey, I see you checking off all the boxes. That's awesome. That doesn't mean you just watch the video, right? Like you've implemented that step. And then I'll start seeing some boxes unchecked. They will begin implementing and then they see magic happen, okay? The reason why you're not successful if you're not right now and you're frustrated, it's the lack of action. That's all it is, okay? How many people do you know who are, what do they call it? Ignorance on fire. Why do people who are ignorant on fire win? Because they're taking action, massive action. Okay. So you're also, and if you're on Instagram, I'm screen sharing on Facebook and YouTube, but you can just listen. So you can unlock concise and impactful learning with our program short video-based lessons. So all the videos are less than 10 minutes. It's just, there's an app so you can listen on the go. There's literally no excuses here. You get built-in accountability, ensuring you stay on track and reach your milestones, group coaching calls, and you'll obviously get access to me and the team. You're going to receive audits. We're going to audit your stuff. You're going to receive avatar reviews to make sure your avatar is on point. We're going to assess your content, and you're going to unlock a comprehensive understanding of your progress. So we'll actually be able to tell you that you're on track, okay? And for Ignited Life Coaching, you unlock one-to-one calls as well. Okay. So there's just more access with Ignited Life Coaching. Some of you, that makes the most sense. So here are my bonuses for you guys. This program, we only open once or twice a year. Right now, we're doing special tuition on it that you'll see I'll share at the end. And after that, the price will go up. You will not receive the special tuition pricing. It's a couple $1,000s off of our normal tuition, and the program will be closed. So if you found your way on this video somehow right now, you are meant to be here, okay? And these are the bonuses valued at $25,000. So you're going to get a branding package to give your social media facelift. So depending on what level you're at, we're going to give your assets a refresh. If you're an academy, if you're doing Ignited Life Coaching, you're actually going to get a full rebrand. So we're going to do your all of your Facebook profile covers, your Facebook groups, give you assets to work with. We're going to build out your landing pages. I'm going to show you how to do a lead magnet. We're going to take that lead magnet. We're going to build out your landing pages, your email. We're going to connect all your tech stuff. We're going to build out your sales funnel. All of it's going to be done by our Goal Digger team here. That alone is probably worth $25,000. You also are going to get to participate in an unforgettable in-person experience. So I want to share this with you guys because have you guys noticed I like to travel? It's like I just come up with things so that way we can all do that together. Go do things. All right, so this is the first one. And this right here is our in-person for Academy. You guys can meet me the first Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in October, right here in Austin, Texas. Beautiful city for our in-person experience. It's a mastermind. You get a couple of days with me. We're going to really hands-on work on your business together. So y'all can come here, Austin. And then we also have our beach retreat. It's actually coming up. The annual one is coming up the week after Mother's Day this year. So we may have one or two spots for you guys. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask the team. But once a year, we do our Ignited Life Coaching beach retreat, and we cover the lodging. Okay. So again, the value of this is unbelievable. So with the beach retreat, I want you guys just to imagine going to the beach on the golf cart. I'm just kidding. But look at that. You've got the pool, you've got the beautiful home, the great environment for selfies and content and B-roll and reels and all this stuff. But it's an ability to hit the pause button on your life, step away so you can work on yourself, on your business, instead of being in it every day. When we're in our businesses every day, we just can't focus, right? We just can't get that big picture thinking we need, but you're going to be with me. Okay. I run these, my team helps me obviously. But if you're just like, oh my gosh, Kimberly, to be able to have your eyes, your brain on my business is invaluable. Then you absolutely need to be a part of this. How many of you have been to our events? Let them know in the comments what they're like. So you're going to get the in-person experience depending on which one you're going to. You're also going to get a special Money Boss tuition for current enrollment. We're doing special pricing, like I said. You're going to get a lifetime pass to the program. We give you lifetime access to the back office. I know a lot of programs will remove you, and this is key, we give you the update. So I just re-recorded all of Academy. There's 6 semesters in there with 12 sections. There's like 60 some videos, maybe 70. I recorded all of them. Everything's brand new. You get access to that. I'm redoing Ignited Life Coaching at some point. It's all on point right now, but I'll refresh it at some point. You get access to the updates. Okay. You also get the ability to earn up to 7 certifications. That's for Ignited Life Coaching. To build up your credibility, you can get those certs. You just pay for course materials. And both programs are accredited. And I've created both of the programs myself from scratch. Okay. This is what I've done myself to build my business with no following, no money, and no prior success. Okay. Final thing for this, and then we're going to have a break. I'm going to give you guys your homework. So tuition, as we talked about, how much does it cost to go to college? I guarantee the 12 months that you spend with me, you will learn more than you learned in college. Okay. And I know that's being kind of stuck up or whatever, but I went to college and I know what I learned there. So, and I know what I hear and I know what I see. So we can have a conversation at the end of 12 months if you don't agree with that. And with Academy, if you pay in full, there's a savings there. It's $46.50 or 12 payments of $537. I will tell you, this is not a month to month. Do not register for this unless you're all in. I have zero interest in working with people who are like, yeah, I'm just watching this training today and I'm fired up. And then 3 weeks later, you're like not building your business. Like, do not enroll. Okay. This is for people who are serious. Like, you're like, Kimberly, I want you to coach me. I want you to mentor me. And the thing is, your money tells you a lot about your priorities. So many times people are like, oh yeah, I had to get out of town, and they went on vacation and dropped $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, but they're not investing in their coaching, right? Or, oh, I just got my window treatments done. It's like, yeah, I get it. If your house is falling apart, but again, where are you spending your money? Where are you investing your time? So there's payment plans for Academy. We have 2 levels for Ignited Life Coaching. So you actually get both programs. So when you register for Ignited Life Coaching, you get both programs. You can go to all the group coaching calls and all the things. For Ignited Life Coaching, it's $12,450. You unlock one-to-one calls. So there's one-to-one coaching inside of that program. So obviously that's a bigger investment, but you're going to get more out of it. And then there's 12 monthly payment plans of $1,297. We also have something called ILC Accelerate. That's if you want to work with me. I don't do one-to-one coaching. This is the only way you can work with me. So if you want me, you're like, I want Kimberly. If you don't work with me, you will be working with one of our certified master coaches, and they're amazing. But for some people are like, no, I just want to work with you. We have ILC Accelerate. You get to work with me, and there's some other perks that you get as well with that. With ILC Accelerate, you also get to unlock one-to-one calls with our community of experts. So we have experts in sales, marketing, branding, tech, finances, anything you can think of. You're also going to get access to that in ILC Accelerate, which is cool. It's a new thing we're adding. Okay, you guys get that as well. So that's the investment for it. ILC Accelerates $18,997 or $1,997, $2,000 a month. Okay. And for those of you looking at that, if you have any questions, you can always reach out. This is going to be open until Tuesday. The next group of students is starting the week after that. So it'll give you guys time to get in the back office. Once you enroll, you can log in and start going through the trainings immediately. We work off of Trello boards. So you're going to use your Trello board to keep track of your progress. You can start right away. You don't need to wait for your curriculum to arrive in the mail. So don't worry about that. And then we're closing this down. And I don't know when we'll be opening it again. Okay. As you can see, it's been a really long time since we've opened it. We've got a lot going on over here in Gold Digger. Okay. So that is my invitation to you. I'd love to work with you guys. And I'd love to be a part of your story. I would love to absolutely walk alongside you to guide you to build this. And let's just say when you invest in something like this, you're sending a message to the world, to the universe, to God, that you're serious. That's what this comes down to. You are so serious when you invest this kind of money, but also there's part of you that's afraid of being successful. There's a part of you that's been hiding at home behind your username. And if you enroll in this and work with me, you can't hide. So just process those emotions. I can talk you off the ledge and help you with that. But if there's a part of you that has a desire to learn this stuff, really learn it and monetize your brands and change your family tree, I'd encourage you to take a look at this. And I'm an open door. So shoot me a DM. I'm happy to chat with you and talk about it. Okay. All right. So here's your homework for today, or for right now. And then we're going to come back. We're going to take a short break. I'm already past our time. Okay. So we're going to adjust the break. Okay. I don't know if you guys have an agenda with the session times, but we're going to adjust it. Okay. Here is your homework. So we're going to have a homework post drop in our Facebook group, Gold Digging Boss Babes. So if you're watching this somewhere else and you want to participate, just type Gold Digging Boss Babes on Facebook and it'll come right up. And guide number 7 is where all the replays will be, the homework post, all of that. If you want to participate in this, hold yourself accountable and be able to, follow along and do the homework, go to guide number 7. Okay. So here is the homework. I just had it and I just lost it. Okay, here we go. So session 1 homework is choose the type of group you want. So do you want a beauty group? Do you want a health and wellness group? Do you want a mom sanity group? Like, what do you want for your group? Create your Facebook group. Okay. So you don't have to do your homework by the next session. We're only going to take a short group, okay, or a short break, but this is your homework. Okay. Ideally, if it were me and I was following along with this, I would want all of the homework done by VIP on Friday. Now we're going to revisit the name of your group if it already exists. So you're going to create your group. You obviously need the name for the group, or we need to rebrand it. Okay. So if you're not sure to rebrand it or not, what I recommend is if you have less than 100 people in it and it's been dead I would just start over. If you have, I would say between 50 and 100 and it's had some activity, I would just rebrand it. Because think about it, someone's more likely to join a Facebook group if there's 50 people in it than no one, right? So you can keep that in mind. And then, wait, did I just lose that one? Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yes. And then fill out those questions on page 14 and 15. Thank you, Tanya. So fill out those questions, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We're going to come back at 12:25. So we're adjusting the schedule by 5 minutes. My stomach is growling, which is hilarious. I'm so excited. I can't, everything I eat, my body's like, wants more food. Okay. So we're going to come back at 12:25. So we're taking a break for 10 minutes to give you time to go to the bathroom, grab something to eat if you need something as well. I totally get it. And then we're going to come back at 12:25. How to fill up your Facebook group. I've got 33 ways that you can fill up your Facebook group. We're just going to focus on like 10 or 15 of them, but I am going to blow your mind with ideas on how to get this thing filled up. Okay. So make sure you have an alarm, put an alarm on your phone, because I'm telling you, you're going to get sucked into life, all the things that I don't want you to miss this. Okay. Great job. We will see you guys back here at 12:25.
I started ILC just over a year ago, and you guys, I absolutely fell in love with the community of other like-minded, driven entrepreneurs that really wanted to rise up. I think that oftentimes as a driven entrepreneur, we feel alone, that other people don't quite understand our passion for serving others. And in this community, I found exactly what I needed with that.
I've been in the production world for over 20 years and the hours are crazy. And so when I joined ILC, which has been almost a year now, I think one of my favorite parts is that Kimberly gave me permission to step out into my own zone of brilliance, something I've been doing for a very long time, but now I get to call the shots. I get to work my own hours and make actually a lot more money than I was before.
I joined ILC back in September, and to be honest, I had known nothing about Kimberly. And I just started digesting her content, and she started speaking to me. I was a corporate person. I was getting ready to go back to the corporate world from being home with my 2 babies, and I just couldn't imagine going back to that space, having to jump on a plane to fly across the country on someone else's time. I just wanted to spend the time with my babies, be there for them. I didn't have an idea of anything I wanted to do in the entrepreneurial space, but I knew that she could take me there.
So if you're looking for clarity, if you're looking for your purpose, and you need a community around you to support you, you can absolutely get that here.
I would highly recommend this program to women who are seeking that financial freedom, who are also seeking that time freedom, but also who want to use their creativity and call their own shots like I did.
It is the best decision I've ever made in my life. It was one for me that I made for myself, and you can too.